Offside Sports rolls on from the Loft 100 studios here in Southern California, presented by Turtlebox Audio. Find them at turtleboxaudio.com. Portion of the show presented by Babemos Tequila, made for those who chase the sun. Find your bottle at WeDrinkTequila.com. Getting over this cold, I might need a little tequila during the next break. All right, the 2025-2026 NFL season is in the books. We now know who is playing in the playoffs. Denver, number one seed in the AFC. You've got the Seattle Seahawks, the number one seed in the NFC. Before we talk about those playoff matchups coming up here this weekend, let's get to our power rankings, top five in the AFC, top five in the NFC. CJ, get us underway. Who are in the most powerful positions in your rankings?
First of all, you guys, we've got a lot fewer teams to choose from, so
we do.
Can't screw these up too bad this time. In the AFC, I've got the Texans leading off. I mean, that defense has just been flying around.
Right.
They've been incredible. Going in fairly healthy. We'll see what happens. The Patriots, the Broncos, the Jags, and the Chargers. I want to talk about the Chargers really quick just because I would have them much higher, but I don't know what we're going to get from Justin Herbert, but they are getting healthy. So
good point.
I'm excited to see what they can do. I really do think that they can take it to the Patriots.
All right, who do you like in the NFC?
The NFC, my Super Bowl champion, Seahawks at number one, the Bears, Rams, 49ers, and Packers. Same thing with the Packers. I mean, we're at a point in the season where everyone's banged up, and we're seeing it happen with the Packers. They basically just threw in the towel in their last game against the Vikings, and if they don't bring stuff together, they're going to get their kicked.
It's going to be interesting to see them losing Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
How that affects them in the playoffs. Allison, who do you got?
All right, in the AFC, I have the Jags first. I think they've been just on a roll. The Patriots, then the Denver Broncos, who you all laughed at me.
Hey now.
When I said from week one that they were going to be right where they are.
Well, they can't lose this week.
Right. Bo Nix, I think, is a confident player. I think Sean Payton is a great coach. Then I have the Texans and then the Bills. Still have a little faith in those Bills. In the NFC side, I've got the Seahawks at number one. I think that they've got, I think they're one of the most complete teams in the NFL.
They are rolling right now.
Yeah, they're so complete with their defense, their coaching, even though he's first-year head coach, it's strong performances across all three phases. I think they're great. Then the Bears, Rams, I still have the Eagles in there, even though I have some doubts about them. And then the Panthers, who I think have come on really surprisingly strong.
Right, shocked a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Dave, what does your power rankings look like in the AFC?
A lot different than everybody else's, I'll tell you that.
Right.
It's interesting. So looking at the AFC, I think the one team in the AFC that is outstanding is Jacksonville. I mean, Jacksonville's been pretty amazing what they're doing. You guys are going to laugh at me with the Chargers, but I like what the Chargers can do. I think if the Chargers get by the Patriots, and I expect them to get by the Patriots this week, I think the Chargers will go to Denver and they will upset Allison's Broncos. I don't think the Broncos are that impressive.
Shots fired.
I think the Chargers are a better team. I think you will see.
They're not going to get past the Patriots.
All right.
That's cute.
All right, here we go.
All right. Again, I thought it was my segment. I didn't mean to talk while you were interrupting, but that's okay. But I'm going to go Chargers over the Patriots. I'm going to go Chargers will take out the Broncos. I'll finish it out for you. Chargers are going to face the Jags in the AFC Championship game. Texans, third team, Patriots fourth, and the Broncos to make Allison feel good in the new year. I put them last.
Who do you have in the NFC?
In the NFC, I have Seattle, but they're not saying I think Seattle's the best team. I still say I like the Rams in the NFC, though both those games with Seattle and the Rams are very close. If you recall the game in Seattle, some questionable things happened. I like the Rams. I like Stafford. 49ers, I'll pick them to beat the Eagles this week, and I have the Bears at number 5, even though history will tell you quarterbacks who are playing their first playoff game like Caleb Williams is struggle. So would not be surprised if the Packers win that game.
Little puckering that goes on. All right, I will start off my power rankings with the AFC. And they're number one. I've got the Denver Broncos. That's the best team in the AFC. I like the Pats as well, and I think the Pats are going to be tough for the Chargers this weekend in Foxborough. Jacksonville, amazing, kind of somewhat of a turnaround. Trevor Lawrence really kind of morphing in the quarterback we thought he was going to be. Bills, I would love to see him beat Jacksonville, but I'm not sure. And then I've got the Texans with that defense at number 5. In the NFC, to me, I think Seattle is the most complete team right now in the NFL. I'm not surprised if they win the whole thing. I'm so happy for Sam Darnold. Where did he go to school again? I forget. Yeah, I like the Rams. Then Rams, I think, are putting it all together at the right time. And then the last 3, I've got the Eagles, although not so sure. The Bears and the Green Bay Packers to round out my my top 5. All right, so the playoffs are set in the NFL, and you got the Rams at the Panthers, Packers at the Bears, Bills at the Jags. You got the Eagles hosting the 49ers. LA visits New England, and Pittsburgh hosts the Texans to close out wild card weekend. Dave, quickly, who do you have winning those football games?
All right, my 6 are in the NFC. I have the Rams, I have the Packers, I have the 49ers. In the AFC, I have the Chargers, the Jaguars, and the Texans winning this weekend.
What do you think is there one there where you're kind of like, I'm not very sure?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, the AFC, you guys I know say you think the Patriots are going to blow right by the Chargers, but
I said
honestly, the Patriots haven't been proven. They've played an easy schedule the entire year. Let's see what happens. I'll take Harbaugh over Rabel. That's the way I'm looking at it. And so in the NFC, look, the Rams are supposed to destroy the Panthers.
Yes.
Right? But look, the Panthers can surprise you. Panthers beat them early on. The Packers-Bears game's tough, and the 49ers-Eagles game to me is the toughest.
CJ, who do you like in these wild card matchups?
I like the Rams over the Panthers. Same kind of thing. Like I'm not so sure about that game just because the Rams finished on a 3-game skid there. Well, actually 2-game skid and then barely made the last game out. But Bears over the Packers, Niners over the Eagles, and then in the AFC, Jags over Bills. I think if the Bills beat the Jags, they could go on to win the Super Bowl. But at the end of the day, the only person I trust on that team is Josh Allen.
Right.
Patriots over the Chargers, and then the Texans by like 4 touchdowns against the Steelers.
Allison, what does your AFC wildcard picture look like?
AFC Jags over the Bills, which makes me kind of sad for Josh Allen.
Me too.
I would love to see the Bills win, but I think the Jags are on a roll. Then I have Patriots over the Chargers. Sorry,
Smart lady.
And then I have the Texans over the Steelers. NFC, I have Rams over the Panthers, Bears over the Packers. And I would love to say the 49ers, but I have the Eagles winning that one because I just think the 49ers are so decimated with injury. I think it's going to be a tough one.
I like the Rams over the Panthers, and to me, you guys, that's not going to be a contest because you think of if you're the Carolina defense, okay, who are we going to stop? Okay, pick your poison. That's going to expose you in those other areas. I like the Bears beating the Packers, even though Caleb Williams' first playoff game, he's been dynamite this year. Where did he go to school? I'm going to take the Bills over the Jags because I don't want Josh Allen to end up like Phillip Rivers, or he's starting to become that Peyton Manning against Tom Brady, where he finally gets over the hump. But God, it was so far down in his career. I'm going to take the Bills over the Jaguars because he's going to will them to win. And sometimes it seems like he's the only player with the Buffalo football team. I'm going to take the Eagles handling the 49ers only because the 49ers are as beat up as they are. And it's cold, you're outside, not saying that they play inside, obviously up in Santa Clara. I like the Eagles over the 49ers. I've got the Pats, and this isn't because I'm a Raider fan, and they absolutely are the worst team in the NFL, but I think the Pats beat the Chargers, and I think they handle them. And CJ, a lot of what you have to say, Justin Herbert and that broken left hand and what the Pats are going to remove as far as his offensive weapons in that football game. I've got Pitt beating the Texans.
Wow.
I do. And I just think that I love C.J. Stroud, and I love that defense of the Texans. They are animals. But I think this is going to be one of those situations where C.J. Stroud does not have the best or biggest game when he needs to have one. And I think Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers of old.
Yep.
And I think that it's, you look at the way they almost lost that game last weekend it comes down to a missed field goal, obviously. But I thought Aaron Rodgers looked great, and I think he's playing like that old Aaron Rodgers, and I like the Pittsburgh Steelers over the Texans. Now, that said, I think Seattle's the best team in the NFL. And I love the fact that Denver has done what they've done with Bo Nix and Sean Payton. My buddy Paul is Sean Payton's assistant there on the Denver Broncos. So I'd love to see him to get a ring. Seattle's awesome. They got it all going in all the phases. All right, so those are our picks for the wild card weekend. We will see how the playoffs play out. Speaking of the NFL, Black Monday in the league began hours after games had concluded this past Sunday. Who's out as head coach and who could fill the position? Plus, our bets of the show. All coming up next. Keep it here.